Hey guys, it's Big Daddy Garrett here, back and again with another book review. So today we will be reviewing Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi.
Yeah, that's right. I said Big Daddy Garrett.
So the author of Persepolis is Marjane Satrapi. She was born on November 22nd, 1969 in Rashad, Iran. She now lives in Paris, where she is a regular contributor to the magazines of newspapers throughout the world, including New Yorker and New York Times. She is the author of Persepolis, Persepolis 2, Chicken with Plums, and several children's books. Isn't this project just so much fun? The genre of the book is a non-fiction or graphic novel. You can tell by looking at the pictures or the text in the book. The setting of the book Persepolis is in the late 1970s to the mid-1990s in Iran and Europe. So characters in the book. Marjane is one of the main characters on the book, and as the novel begins in 1980, she is 10 years old. And in the beginning of the book, as it progresses, Marjane thinks she is a prophet. Next up is Marjane's father. He is a photographer and he usually finds himself in dangerous situations more than often. Now, it's Marjane's mother. She is very rebellious against the Shah, which is the current king in this book. Now, onto Marjane's grandma. She is a very influential figure in Marjane's life. Aren't we all just glad for that? Can I get a hiya?
Hoya!
Next up is Uncle Anush. He has led and lived a crazy life. He's helped Azerbaijan declare its independence. He's even escaped Iran's Soviet Union. Next up is Mehri. She is the family maid who has worked there since she was 8. How thoughtful. Aren't we just glad for you?
No, God!
But...
No, God, please, no! No! No!
Now moving on to get back on task, we're going to be talking about the conflict. So in my opinion, the conflict was a revolutionary war, or the Islamic Revolutionary War. Why, you ask? Because this war affected her livelihood, her culture or religion, and so on.
None of this story was very depressing or sad, because everything that happened in Marjane's life affected her in a very negative way, not even a positive way. If you think about it, everything that happened led to Marjane making this book and talking about every per se bad thing that happened in her life. I don't think I can get through with this book anymore.
The theme or central idea or lesson that I got out of this is that education is the most important thing that you need for freedom. Why, you ask? Because the only way to live out in this world is to have money, and to get a good job, you need a degree. Why did I enjoy the book? I enjoyed the book because even though it was sad and depressing, it somewhat touched my heart, and it felt as if I was there with the character, going through the struggles that she went through her entire life. So the passenger quote that I chose from this novel says, "They insulted me, and they said that women like me should be pushed up against a wall and fucked and then thrown in the trash." That really touched my heart, and I felt so awful when I read that. I thought that this book, or at least this passage, was very, very sexist, and how it shows how people and her community back then treated women poorly, very, very poorly. I recommend this book to anyone, but I would put an age restriction on it because there's age-restricted content. But as you read it, you become one with the reader. Your heart is warmed by the sad story of Marjane's life. There are some happy things, but it's mainly sad because of what happens to her in her entire life. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for tuning into Big Daddy Garrett's book review.
Все в спортивках Adidas и на Nike пацаны слушаем Хардбас басы. Этот стайл любимый, ждем все в ритме колбасы. 150 ударов тут, пацаны в спортивках ждут. Это школа колбасы. веселее, пацаны. Раз, 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 это хардбас.